The future of eggs is arriving faster than you might imagine, and it looks radically different from the past. We're standing at a fascinating intersection where traditional egg production, cutting-edge food technology, genetic innovation, and evolving nutritional science are converging to reshape what eating eggs might mean in coming decades. Let's start with the most dramatic development: eggs without chickens. Companies using precision fermentation are programming microorganisms to produce the exact proteins found in eggs, similar to how diabetics get insulin from engineered bacteria rather than animal pancreases. These aren't fake eggs or crude imitations, they're molecularly identical egg proteins, just produced through fermentation rather than chickens. Perfect Day pioneered this approach for dairy, and similar technologies are being applied to eggs. The potential advantages are significant: dramatically lower environmental footprint, zero animal welfare concerns, and the ability to produce eggs anywhere regardless of climate or land availability. Plant-based egg alternatives have evolved remarkably. Early versions were frankly terrible, nobody was fooled. Current iterations like Just Egg have achieved surprising authenticity in scrambles and baking applications, using mung bean protein to replicate eggs' functional properties. They're not perfect substitutes for all applications, you can't poach a plant-based egg, but for many uses, they're genuinely viable. As these technologies improve and scale, costs should decrease while quality increases. Meanwhile, conventional egg production itself is innovating. Genetic selection programs are breeding chickens that produce eggs with enhanced omega-3 fatty acid profiles, achieved by altering the bird's metabolic pathways or feed conversion efficiency. Some researchers are working toward chickens that produce eggs with lower cholesterol content, addressing health concerns at the source rather than asking consumers to restrict intake. These aren't genetically modified organisms in the controversial sense, but rather accelerated selective breeding using genomic data. The most cutting-edge frontier is cellular agriculture, growing egg proteins or even complete eggs in bioreactors without raising chickens. This remains largely experimental and faces massive scaling challenges, but the concept is scientifically sound. Imagine egg production facilities that look more like pharmaceutical manufacturing than farms: sterile, controlled, incredibly efficient, producing egg proteins on demand. Emerging nutritional research is revealing complexity we didn't previously understand. Scientists are investigating how individual genetic variations affect how different people respond to dietary cholesterol from eggs. We're discovering that certain phospholipids in eggs may have unique health benefits beyond basic nutrition. Studies across diverse global populations are revealing that egg consumption patterns and health outcomes vary significantly by cultural context, overall diet quality, and lifestyle factors. This research points toward a future of personalized nutrition guidance. Rather than universal recommendations, 1 egg daily for everyone, or 4 yolks weekly for at-risk individuals, we might see guidelines tailored to your specific genetic profile, health markers, and dietary patterns. Imagine getting your genome analyzed and receiving individualized advice. Based on your genetic variants, you metabolize dietary cholesterol efficiently and can safely consume 10 eggs weekly. But you should limit saturated fat from other sources. What does all this mean practically for you right now? For most people, traditional whole food eggs remain the most affordable, accessible, nutritious option when consumed appropriately according to health status. They're not going anywhere soon. Chicken eggs have fed humans for millennia and will continue doing so. But alternatives serve important roles for those with egg allergies, vegan ethics, or specific health restrictions that make traditional eggs problematic. The innovations I've described aren't replacing eggs, they're expanding options. Someone with severe egg allergy gains tremendous value from plant-based alternatives that can replicate eggs' cooking functions. Someone deeply concerned about animal welfare can choose precision fermentation eggs when they become commercially available. Someone managing familial hypercholesterolemia might benefit from future low-cholesterol eggs bred specifically for health concerns. Watch this space carefully. The next decade will bring significant developments in egg technology, production methods, and nutritional understanding. Stay informed, remain flexible, and be willing to adjust your choices as better options emerge. The fundamental nutritional value of eggs, complete protein, essential nutrients, versatile food, remains constant. How we produce, consume, and think about eggs is evolving rapidly. The future of eggs is more diverse, more sustainable, more personalized, and more innovative than anything we've seen before. And that future is already beginning.